One of my favorite Bibles is the CSB single column personal size Bible from Holman. It's a great single column, personal, not really personal size, more of a mid-sized Bible that just looks and feels really great. It flows great. It's a nice reading experience for the Bible, and I love the Christian Standard Bible translation. But guess what? Every single time that I mention this Bible in one of my videos, someone, usually 2 or 3 someones, hops in the comments and says, I love this Bible. I just wish it had cross-references. This would be the perfect Bible for me if it had cross-references. Well, guess what, friends? The fine folks at Holman Bibles have listened to us, and they have made an edition of the CSB single column personal size with cross-references. They've not just made one edition, they've made 4 editions, including a Holman Handcrafted collection edition in goatskin. So my friend Jeff reached out to me and he said, hey, Jeff works at Lifeway. He said, hey, we got some review copies of the single column personal size reference Bible. Would you like to check it out? And I said, absolutely. So one day, this is the benefit of living in Nashville. I left work, I drove to Lifeway, and I walked in, and at the front desk, Jeff texted me and said, I'm actually not going to be here today, but we're going to leave it for you at the front desk. So I walk in and I see this right here. It's a big box that just says Tim Wildsmith on the cover. And I said to the guy working at the front desk, I said, hey, I'm here to pick up, I think it's that box. And he looked at it and he said, I hope your name's Tim Wildsmith. I said, yeah, it is. Do you need me to show ID? He's like, I trust you. So I didn't expect the box to be that big, and that's because they gave me a copy of all 4 of the new Bibles. There you have it. Up top is the sienna leather soft, then the olive leather soft, then this lovely cloth over board, kind of an oatmeal color, and then down at the bottom, not Premier Collection, the Handcrafted Collection, black goatskin. Y'all, I'm excited about these Bibles. They took everything that I love about the original edition, and they made 3, what I would call 3 major tweaks. 2 of them I think you're all going to absolutely love. One of them I think some of you are going to be very unhappy about. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I'm not unhappy about it. I think it's fine. Go ahead and guess what you think it is that you might not be happy about when I show you the changes in this Bible. So let's just look at so this is the OG, the original. Now, when this Bible first came out, single column, it's got more of a verse-by-verse typesetting for poetry and then a paragraph format over there. So this is the original, just black letter text. There were no red accents on it. Even when you get to the New Testament, it's not red letter for the words of Christ. It's just a straight-up single column Bible. That's what it looked like. Now, they upgraded it when they released it in the Handcrafted collection. So now you get that, but you get red accents on the page. Look there, you have the red chapter 5, red verse numbers, red headers. So I think much easier to read and to find your place, and it just looks a little bit nicer. I think the red accents on the page really breaks things up nicely. But really simple, clean design. Single column. There's a thin line at the bottom of the page. Can you see that? Sorry. Thin line down there at the bottom of the page. You have all of the textual footnotes. That's not cross-references. It's just textual footnotes. Again, great. It's not personal size. I've quibbled about that enough on my channel. It's more of a mid-sized Bible to me because I have the over here 5 3/8 by 8.5. To me, that's just a little bit too big to be a personal size Bible. So this is a personal size quintel with full yap in the CSB. That is a bigger Bible. You see what I'm saying? So again, I used the word quibble just a moment ago. I really am quibbling. But these are great Bibles. Look really great. So then they take that concept and they go, you're going to see the difference immediately. Out there in the margin, there you have the cross-references. So it's still single column, paragraph format. You still get the textual footnotes at the bottom of the page. But now in the outer margins, look at that. That's fantastic. Also, can you see how flat this Bible lays? I literally just took these out of the box. This Bible is soft and floppy. This Bible, the green one, these are the leather soft and floppy, lays incredibly flat. The paper, I was shocked when I opened these up. I think they use the same nice paper on the inside of these that they use in the Handcrafted collection editions. I really like the hardcover edition. It doesn't have the gilding. Oh my, that is nice. Look at that. This kind of waffly weave. It's got a little cross on the cover. Look at that one. That is nice. Let me show you the green one and the sienna one. So the green one has this like little leafy design on the cover. Very, very nice green. Becca's going to love that. She loves green Bibles. And then the sienna is blank on the cover. Same vibe. And then you have the Holman Handcrafted Collection Edition has the raised spine hubs. It's got the red under gold art gilding. It's got the art gilding or the gilded line on the inside. It's going to have an edge-lined construction as opposed to being pasted down. But then you open it up, it looks the paper looks side by side exactly the same. I'll throw a photo in here where I have the Premier Collection, not Premier, so I keep saying that. Premier Collection is Zondervan and Thomas Nelson. The Holman Handcrafted Collection next to one of these, and you can see the paper looks identical. They look really, really great. So the main difference you're going to see between these three right here and the Handcrafted Collection Edition is the aesthetic bells and whistles. Obviously, goat skin, raised spine hubs. It's got the red dye on the pages. These have the leather soft ones, or the, what do they call it? They call it leather touch. Leather touch. I'm getting Holman and Thomas Nelson and Zondervan confused. The leather touch editions have gold without the red, where this has the gold and the red under gold vibe. So they're going to have not the edgeline construction. Really, the main things, calm down, Tim. The main things are going to be the goat skin and the edgeline construction. Then you're going to get 3 ribbons instead of 1 ribbon. You're going to get raised spine hubs. You're going to get the gold gilt line on the inside. Again, all of that is mostly aesthetic, but these are really, really awesome, nice Bibles for the price. They're not going to be as expensive as a Schuyler or an Allen or a Humble Lamb or a Cambridge, but they're very high quality for what you're getting. But let's be honest, you can buy 4 of these for 1 of these, which is a really great deal because the inside of it is so fantastic. I can also already hear some of you going, wait, I can buy the leather touch one and send it to a Bible rebinder and get it like a really beautiful, yes, you can. It's a great Bible rebind candidate. I love the hardcover. I think the hardcover is my favorite. Okay, so specs, particularly the things that I think you're going to want to know about. So, the one big thing that I think everyone's going to be excited about is the cross-references. Outer margin cross-references justified at the top of the page, which means it turns into like a wide margin Bible out here. So you're you're getting the cross-references in the outer margins, which I think looks really good. But B, because those cross-references are there, you're getting a larger margin space. So it's kind of 2 for 1. But the one thing I think you're going to love is they've put the margins in the outside. They put the references in the outside. You get the references, and it turns into a wide margin Bible beneath the references. Do you hear what I'm saying? So I really like that aspect. Number 2, one of the things that people complained about with this Bible, and you can see it here on pages. Let me see if I get to a paragraph format page that makes it even more obvious. The text really went deep into the gutter. Do you see that? It's really down in there. Once you open this Bible up and spend more time with it, that's not that distracting for me. But you take this Bible, let me get to a similar page. Look at this. Similar paragraph format. Look at all that white space you can see down in there. Just a little bit, probably only like 1/4 of an inch or 1/3 of an inch, but just that much space gives you so much more room to breathe. So I thought you guys are really gonna like that. Now, so number 1, references plus margins. Number 2, extra gutter space. These are great things. The thing I think some of you are going to be disappointed about that I'm not upset about is the fact that they have decreased the type size. We used to have a 10-point type size, and this is still published and it's available. If you don't want the references, you can get it. It's a 10-point typeface. This is going to be a 9-point typeface. Just slightly smaller. It is completely re-typeset because of the references. So it's not like if you I just opened to Jeremiah chapter 13. In this Bible, it's going to be a totally different page number. It's not the same pagination. They didn't just shrink it down. They re-typeset the Bible. And so it's going to have a slightly smaller typeface. Part of that is to make it where it's not so thick because they're taking away the ability to, think about this one. It doesn't have references. So you were able to take the words wider on the page. Now that you have references, you have to make it smaller. So shrinking down that typeface basically allows you to keep the Bible about the same thickness as the old one. It would be really thick if you kept it at a 10-point and only made it less width that you could print in. Does that make sense? So I think they've made a wise decision to do that. I do hear from a lot of people on my channel who wish that these Bibles were made in larger format. Now, I can imagine them making a single column reference Bible, like large print or something like that, where they gave us a bigger footprint. So it's a fuller size Bible as far as the trim size, which would also allow them to increase the type size. I can imagine that that would be a home run as well. But I think it turned out great. The paper is fantastic. The typesetting is really nice. I'm someone who, because I use stuff like Logos Bible study software and different things like commentaries, I don't often become a power user of cross-references, but when a Bible includes cross-references, I want it to do so in a way that really flows nicely. This does that. They've put red in the verse numbers of the cross-references, which really helps you locate your spot and find your reference. They've separated it out really nicely. They've bolded the verse numbers. I just think that the design of this is absolutely fantastic. They hit a home run. Even in the text itself, the non-premium editions have those red verse numbers in the text, the red chapter numbers and the headings in the text. So this just feels like a premium Bible. When I just looked up this hardcover one online, the pre-order price on Amazon was like just over $30. Lifeway had a pre-order price that was like under $30. So these don't come out. Official release date, I'm going to release this video a little bit early. The official release date is August 15th. 2025. So if you're watching this video before then, this is going to be a pre-order. So I'll put links in the video description to where you can pre-order these from Lifeway, Amazon, christianbook.com. If you use my links on Amazon or Christian Book, those are affiliate links, so it does help the channel out a little bit. But I'll put links for all 4 of these so you can see what the current prices are. Again, shop around. You might get a better deal on Lifeway, but you might not have, if you have Amazon Prime, you might not have to pay for shipping and stuff like that. So just do a little bit of shopping. Actually, let me know in the comments if you decide to buy one of these, which website you go to and why. I would actually love to hear that from you. I don't ask people to do that very often, but it would be interesting to me if you go to Amazon for a particular reason, or you go to christianbook.com or to Lifeway for a particular reason. I would love to know that. But in my opinion, home run all the way around. I think some of you might be bummed out that it's a 9-point typeface, but if you were looking for references and you want a little bit more space in the gutter and you have a little bit of wide margin space, I think this is a home run of a Bible. The CSB single column personal size reference Bible from Holman. Shout out to Jeff and everybody, including the dude at the front desk who didn't know me. Shout out to them for sharing these with me so that I could share them with you. If you have any thoughts or questions, please drop those in the comments. Again, check out the video description for links to where you can find these. I'm also going to put links to where you can watch my reviews of these Bibles and see where they are, because you might be saying, hey, I actually don't really need the cross references. I would rather go for this one with a slightly larger typeface. I'll put links in the video description for those as well. Can you tell that I'm excited? I've got some energy. I just had a soda. I got home from church. I'm recording this on a Sunday. Things are good. I'm feeling good about life. So yeah, it's always fun to talk about Bibles. Thank you for watching. Honestly, if you are watching this video and you've made it this far, you are helping my channel, because the YouTube algorithm loves it when you watch to the end and you hang out with me. So thank you for watching. If you would do one step further, you can like this video. That would be awesome. If you want to go one step further than that, a lot of you are not subscribed to my channel, but I like to have fun reviewing Bibles and helping you find a Bible that's right for you. So subscribe to my channel. Come along for the journey. We're having a good time. Again, leave me a comment if you have any thoughts or questions. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.